Salutations to the one who is the most eloquent in English, bringing the world down on their knees in reverential awe with never before done discourses in the English language. Pujya Gurudev created a spiritual renaissance that took the mystical knowledge of Vedanta from the selfishly guarded custody of a select few to the masses.
You are not free to think as you like. Free thinking is a stupid idea of the democratic countries or democratic concept. Free thinking? Do you know the thought becomes the action? And if everybody is allowed to think as they like, what will be your actions? You create thinking, and my thoughts is under action. Actions are to destroy it. There is no freedom of thought. Thought is to be aligned with a certain system, certain scheme, certain pattern, which will be creative, useful to all others and to yourself. Destructive thoughts are accepted in all religions of the world as sins. It's not that the sin somebody has written out that these are all sins, no. That kind of thought which would ultimately create such destructive actions are called sins. Avoid them. Learn to reject them and come to live a nobler life, meritorious life. When you say that, modern man thinks that, these are all stampeding upon my freedom. Freedom is not freedom to do what you like. Freedom is the freedom not to do what is dangerous to myself and to other social members of the community.
Miss Spring arrives. Does she, before arriving, take an oily piece of cloth and clean all the leaves? Fix plastic flowers on all trees. Spring arrives. And when she arrives, all clouds have gone, the sky has become blue. All trees have got fresh leaves. And flowers bloom forth from every flowering plant. Her mere presence is sufficient. She is unemployed. She has no employment at all, no duty at all. But when she arrives, these things happen. And every living being seems to have added a spring in their walking. And that is why she is called a spring. She adds a spring, a joviality to every step of all living beings. Everybody becomes thrilled with joy. Everywhere there is a melody, a music, a dance, a spirit of dance and a spirit of fair, or a great sense of celebration everywhere. Similarly, these Mahapurushas, great persons or personalities of prophetic saints and seers, they may remain in a small area, covering in their life a small area, like a spring, by their mere presence inspires thousands of others, and through them bring about a new orientation in the feelings and actions of the community or the society. When the surface of mind is coming in contact with the winds, it is the nature of the waters to rise up into waves. But each wave unnecessarily considers himself as separate from everybody. I am the wave. And he starts writing his autobiography. Never before in the recent time, such a tiny ripple that I started have grown up as a mighty wave, eating up all the small waves. And never before, by that time it started decay. So another chapter. But I don't know. Bad times have come. I can't understand. Lord is very unjust. I am being destroyed by the tiny waves, the very waves that I have eaten up. That similar waves are now eating me up from all sides. What a bad time I am. Crying out in utter despair. Why? He's dying. The joy of growth, the pride of its eminence, and the sorrow of its decay, and the tragedy of its death are all belonging to the wave and not to the ocean. Similarly, Narayana is the one substrate upon which are you and I like bubbles playing about. Each one of us developed a vanity. I am separate from everybody. I am not an ordinary man. You don't know my past. Oh, I have been. It is at that time the bubble goes. How unjust! I don't know why. There is no rhyme or reason in the world of bubbles. There is no justice. Such a beautiful bubble. Having slowly eaten up all the other bubbles nearby, it has become one of the biggest bubbles. And we were all appreciating at that time, for no rhyme or reason, suddenly collapsed. And the doctor came and said, heart thrombosis. How laughable. If only you understood that I, as a bubble, is not separate from the ocean. I am the ocean. There is no sorrow, no vanity of his growth, nor his eminence, nor any sorrow of his decay, nor any fear of his death. See that relationless relationship, that I pervade everything in this world of change. They are, I am not in them. I am not a shareholder of their joys or their sorrows. I just am.